Good morning. Good morning, Ida. I'm waiting for couple more kids to join. Do you have your new watercolor paper?
I did find this paper from a book that said it was watercolor paper, and I found new brushes, but I wasn't able to get the paint yet.
It's okay. Today's colors will be a lot easy, simple. We need some simple color, that's all. It's okay. I think that set will do. Good. We just wait for two more. I think Aiden or and Avery might join. Give them a couple more seconds. Let's see. You got your water ready too? And
Oh,
pencil?
I forgot water. I guess I'll get it.
Okay. Okay, they are actually not able to join, so just me and you again. No worry. Actually, it will be a fun card time. Anyway, I was looking at this small card yesterday, and it's a little bit too small. So, but I did a quick sketch yesterday to share with you guys. But I actually found bigger paper. I'm gonna fold it into half so that I can make a bigger card. I wanted to do a thank you card actually, like a grateful thank you, thankful card. So I'm gonna fold it this way, you know. Then I'm gonna to do my art on this a little bit bigger paper. Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna do either you can do it the art horizontally open this way, or you can do it this way. I'm gonna do a horizontal one. Okay. So let me zoom out so that I can see. My paper is open up like that. Yeah. You can press it down a little bit more. So again, this is a very thick paper, right? So I'm gonna choose this side here for my art. So my bottom part here is the opening, okay? So the card, when I open, is gonna be, the greeting is gonna be on here. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, so yesterday I did two pumpkin like this, right? So, but this format is a vertical format, right? So I wanted to do a horizontal one, so I'm gonna design a little bit different. So I'm gonna have one big pumpkin and a small pumpkin on the right. So I have a big one on the left and a small one. Or you can have three if you want. I want you to think about how you're going to put it on the paper. So the first one, I'm going to have a big one like that. So I'm going to do a really brief, let me turn on my lights so they can see. So I'm going to have a slightly bigger one on this side. You see that? And then I have a small little one over here. Let me move my paper a little bit over this side here. So I don't want you to press down the pencil too hard, okay? Because we're doing watercolor. So I want it to be a little bit lighter so that we don't have to cover the pencil line. Okay? So just a brief circle, or I don't want to call it a circle because it's kind of like a oval shape a little bit. But I wanted to have a brief guideline so that this is my pumpkin shape, right? Roughly like a big bowl. And I'm gonna do one, especially on the left-hand side, I wanna do like an eye shape coming down, okay? And then this is part of the outer side of the pumpkin. I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna make it even. Like that, okay? And then this part here is coming down this way. It doesn't have to be identical size of the ring, but as long as it come down this way, it's come down on this part and it loop back. Pumpkin have a very odd shaped bottom here. Okay, something like that. Got it?
I think I added too many lines.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much. Especially when you do the line, try not to have it same width. Try to have it like a little bit thicker on one side here, like coming down this way, a little bit different size. See, this is bigger than this side, and then this one is smaller than this one. Because there's no way they're gonna be identical area coming out down on the top here. It's a little bit different too, right? And then when we go up to the top, we're gonna round it to corner. Okay, like that. See that? Let me show you a little bit closer. You can see the top. Yeah. And then I'm gonna move over to this side here. Same thing. I'm gonna have a small, like first you have to do the eye shape first on one of them. Okay? Then you're gonna add to it. That's how you get the balance point, which is the kind of like an off-center point, okay? And then on the bottom here, you loop back, and then you erase the bottom part. And the same here, you come down from one end, and then you loop it back. That's how you look like a pumpkin. If not, it looks like a ball, okay? If you don't do that, like one slice at a time, it will look like a ball at the end. You don't want to look like a ball. A lot of people tell me, why is it so hard to draw a pumpkin? Because pumpkin, a lot of people thought that, oh, it's going to be the identical top, but it's not. As long as you spread it out like that, it won't look like a ball anymore. And then the bottom part is also not even. Excuse me. Some of them are a little bit long and some of them a little bit shorter, okay? The line. And then when you go up again, let me zoom in, and then you always close the top by making it round on the top. Right? You make it a little bit round, then you no longer look like a ball. Okay, like that. If you
I don't
think
like the big one.
you don't like the big one,
Yeah, I think it turned weird for
let me
me.
see. Oh, I know why. Because yours doesn't look like mine. Look, because remember I told you one of them is bigger than the other? Yours is very similar width. So maybe erase one of the third one and make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, there you go. Make it a little bit smaller. Then keep the fourth one, it's fine. Make this third one smaller, and then do a smaller one on top. There you go. It looks a little bit better. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, rounded the bottom and then also rounded the top. Then it looks like a pumpkin after all. It's all about shaping it the right way, coming down from the top. Okay, so after we do that, I'll wait for you. And then we do the top, and then we can start coloring. Okay, good. And then we're gonna do the top, the stem here. I'm gonna loop around one like that. This one a little bit tricky. And then I want to come down this way. Okay? A little dramatic of this one. I want to do a dramatic one. Oh, what happened to my zoom? Hang on. It's kind of blurry, right?
Yeah, I can.
Wait. Yeah, wait a minute. I don't know why it's become like that. Let me turn it off. Let me turn off the camera and reopen it. Return on. Hang on, okay? There you go. Oh. Wait a minute. Why is it not adjusting? Hang on. Hang on, okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, that's me. I don't want to show me. Okay. And it's weird. All of a sudden, it just turned off. Oh, there you go. Oh, I think I pressed the wrong button this way. All right, I'm gonna go back, zoom back down. See it?
Yeah.
Yep, and then I'm gonna do a little opening here, right? And then same thing here. This one, I'm gonna do the one that is curly, curl up. A little bit curly here, and then come down like that. Okay? And then for the leaf, I wanted to keep it simple. Okay? I'm not gonna draw the leaf. I'm gonna just add it by the color. So I'm gonna just do it freely later. So this part here, I'm gonna do it freely without any pencil line. Okay? Hi. Okay. So the first one. Okay. The first thing. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing we need to do is to wet the paper. That's why if you get the watercolor paper, it's very important, this part here, okay? So I'm gonna do coloring. Did I turn on the light here? Okay. Do the water, just by water, just the fresh water here, that you wet the paper first on one area, and then do this. Just try to just a little bit of the water cover the paper. The reason I want to do that, I wanted to show you the simple watercolor effect by wetting the paper first. Okay, the whole pumpkin, not the top part, just the orange part, the body part of the pumpkin. Okay, after we do that, while it's still wet, I want you to pick a orange or yellow. If you have only orange or yellow, maybe I will do yellow first, right? While it's still wet, I'm gonna just put the colors over it on one side while the paper is still wet, okay? Just move the brush down slowly, just naturally. I'm not even pressing it, anything. Just go with the flow of the paper, like that. Okay? And then just let the, I want you to just let the brush come down a little bit by itself, and then leave the divider between the line, right? A little space, a little white space. You see that? See a little white space here? Yeah.
Yeah.
The white line between the two shape, right? Just let it flow. Let the color flow by itself. If the paper is not wet anymore because it's dry so fast, just add more water. Doesn't matter you have a little paint on your brush, it's okay. Just let it add more a little bit of water and then let it flow by naturally pulling down the brush like that. Again, I'm gonna leave a little bit of white area again on this side here where you see the line, the pencil line, okay? You see how I put my paper, my color on the brush down? By pressing, just let it flow. I drop one line. It's okay if I have splash on the paper because I need to do the splashing of the toothbrush anyway. It's okay, I don't need to clean it up for the two dots here. So let it do its own color drop down by itself. I want it to be very free and naturally coming down, okay? And then see this side here is a little dry, but it's okay. Again, I going this way, it can come down this way. And then leave another white area line coming down, like that. Let it free, okay? Doing watercolor technique, don't try to make it perfectly color. I wanted to let it, the water, see how the water come down?
It's not really spreading out for me though. It's just like staying there.
Oh, okay. You know, it's because of the watercolor that you have. They are not thick enough. The one that you have is the most simple one, and they don't have a lot of pixel that I mean not pixel. I mean the what's that call it? The speck of the material is not as thick as a good color water set. That's why watercolor set and the tube one is the most expensive one because the color is the density of the color. That's what I'm trying to say. The density of the color pigment is not thick enough. Okay, so if you don't get it the flow part, you might want it to add the other color, which is orange for you. So then you will see the difference. So after it's still not dry, I can just add a little bit more orange to fill up the edge now, okay? So now I have a thicker color, which is a darker color, but now I'm gonna kind of wanted to color the edge of the color pencil now, right? After I do that, I'm gonna add more water, okay? That's why this part here is important to have good watercolor paper. If you keep adding water with your old sketching pad, this whole thing's gonna crumble for sure, okay? So same thing with this side here. Just add a little bit, the darkness of it to show I have two tone. And then when I press down the dark color, I'm gonna press more water. See that? But I'm still leaving the white line, the gap between the pumpkin. If I color the whole thing, you can tell the difference of the shape of a pumpkin. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if I color the whole thing in orange, right? The reason why I have a little white gap here so that when I do the sharpie, it tells this kind of this the shape of the line coming down, like the folding between one to another. Okay? Does that make sense? I know that your
Yeah.
color is probably not as you see the orange and your orange. You see, that's why you need to at least the one that I sent it to your mom is a little bit better than the one that you have right now because right now your density of the paint is not thick enough, so you can't really tell the difference.
I was like asking my mom to get it, and she said we'll discuss it later. But then my aunt came and she said we'll talk on next Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, as long as you have, at least you have the watercolor paper that you found. Yeah, next watercolor session, I hope you can get your set because it really matters after you try a few I think the watercolor project that we have so far. And it's make a huge difference. You see the difference of my color that you can really tell my yellow and orange. And it's how you do that on with watercolor. You know, my set here is not like that expensive. It's maybe like, I don't know, 25 max, this one here. And I had it for years, at least for 2 or 3 years so far. I haven't even finished the whole thing. See, when I add the thick one, I mean the thicker color, I just let it flow by itself. I want it to be free. It's not like the whole thing I'm gonna paint it. Some of them I'm touch with color, and then the rest I'm just let it flow. Same thing with the last shape. So this one here kind of cross over a little bit, but I still wanted to have the white gap. Remember to show the white gap around it, okay? Like that. And then let it dry by itself. And over here I have a few splash dot, which is fine because I want to use the toothbrush later to spread the paint. So I'm gonna go move on to my other pumpkin. This time, I'm gonna have a slightly different color. I wanna have a little bit of red instead. Okay. Oh, same thing, I wanted to wet it first. I'm gonna wet the whole thing first with a little bit of water. It's okay if your water have a little pink color on it because already it's not the fresh cup of water, which is fine because no matter what, I'm gonna have some color on it. So while see how wet that I put my paper down? Okay, and then I'm gonna go to my red. Same thing. I'm gonna see I drop one dot of water and then let it come down by itself. And then press another dot of water and then spread it out like that. See? This is called the wet technique. Wet on wet technique, okay? It's a very useful watercolor technique that you will be using a lot if you use watercolor, okay? And then same thing, I'm gonna have to create a little gap over here as well. So that I wanted to see, the reason why I do that because of the refraction of the material on the pumpkin. Like the pumpkin has a very shiny surface. I know that you done a few times the decoration on the pumpkin is not flat. So no matter how you put it to look at a different way to paint it, you always have a dark and a lighter area, okay? That's what I'm trying to create here. See how I create the ripples of the the water and that flowing down? I just let it free. Just let it go to come down by itself. Okay? It's all about controlling the water and then let it come down. Okay? Same thing here, all the way down. And then let it sit for a while. Because if you keep adding water, it's gonna be too wet. Okay, I'm just gonna fan it with this piece of paper. And then if you wanted to have more than one thankful card, you can actually do a few more. You can think about which teacher you want to say thank you to, you know. I just want to do a couple more when I have the time.
Are you gonna give it to anyone specifically?
That's a good question because the reason why I wanted to create is I want you guys to have a way of doing an art and then give it to someone that you wanted to give it to. So for me, I probably wanted to say thank you to one of Tristan's, maybe the piano teacher because she's away in America right now. She used to be local here, based here, but recently she moved to I think Dallas in America, And because the school that she was teaching offered her a really good opportunity to actually teach and also get a degree there at the school, which is awesome deal. I mean, awesome offer, and also give full scholarship too. So I'm very, very happy for her, even though I'm missing her in person teaching Tristan. She's an awesome teacher, and I want to say thank you. No matter how far she is, she always very on time, and also making sure that Tristan practice and making sure Tristan understand the piece and get all the notes correctly. Like, she's so patient, which not a lot of piano teacher can do, or any teacher can do it. That she's the only one that I wanted to actually thought about sending her a card because she's far away, and I wanted to do a hand painted card. It's actually very touching if you receive somebody hand painted for you, right? So, and she missed home a lot too. So maybe I wanted to create something more Taiwanese, but I also wanted to think about Halloween's coming, and also it's autumn here. Maybe add a little bit more of the autumn leaf, maybe, and then to send her this card. Because a lot of, hang on, okay. And Tristan is calling, hang on. Okay, all right, after this part is still a little bit wet, but not too much. I'm gonna add a little bit of purple on the bottom here. See, this is the shadow part, which is the darker part of the pumpkin, okay? And then when I drop down the color, I wanted to like do the dabbing, okay? To blend the red a little bit better. Same thing with the bottom of this side here. Okay. You have purple on your palette?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not really like doing the water effect.
It's not thick enough. Yeah, it's not thick enough. It's okay. I mean, for now, at least you know if you have a better set, it will tell it will make a whole different, okay? So try your very best to, if it's not too thick enough, maybe you rub into the paint a little bit thicker. Like dig a little bit down. Like dig down to the bottom part. Maybe get the paint out of the palette a little bit better. If you just touch the surface, maybe it's not thick enough. So dig more onto the palette itself. Then you get a thicker pigment of the paint. That's how I actually rub into with my brush. Okay. Yeah, you got a little bit darker. At least you got a little bit darker of the paint now. Okay. So this part here, I'm gonna add a little bit more, and I'm gonna leave it. That's the bottom part of the pumpkin. This will be a little bit darker, right? Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my bigger one. Same thing. I'm gonna add purple too on the bottom, so that it makes a dimension if you have a different color in mind instead of just using black all the time. I just want to make this card a little bit colorful than usual. The
I
color.
thought the shadow would be red though for orange.
I actually like purple, red, or also what is that? The other color that you can use, dark blue. Okay, you can try dark blue. If you don't like the purple over orange, I think purple and orange make a really good contrast. Or dark blue is also another option. If you put red and orange together, it's really hard to tell the contrast. I wanted really big contrast. That's why I picked purple. if you put orange and red together, especially your set, I don't think it make a huge difference. Especially the color are not too thick by itself. Are you using blue?
Yeah.
Okay, that blue looks like grayish too. I think it's because of the thickness. So try to dig down a little bit more onto the palette. You see how deep that I press on my purple here compared to the rest, right? So when you do the, see how dark this color. So I definitely have to keep dabbing or add water. I don't want it to be too dark and it's a little different than the rest, right? So I'm gonna add a little bit of water, or you can wash your brush a little bit. By adding water, I meant just, just wash your brush or dip your brush into the cup. You see how wet it is? You can see the reflection.
Does it look blue now? Because I feel like it still looks gray, but I dug down really deep.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. A little bit better. Don't forget your gap, okay? I can tell you're kind of blending it and you cover your gap already. So try to leave a little bit of white. Okay, you see all your bottom part? You forgot your gap for the white area. Try to leave that white area so that I can see the folding. If you cover the folding, it looks really flat. You see what I meant by flat, right? It doesn't have the 3D effect as much if you cover the white area. Okay. Even from yesterday and today, my painting is way different. Even though I used very similar color, because of the bigger pumpkin that I have here, it's a little bit different.
Could I bring the gap back by just putting water over it and then like washing the blue back?
Uh, you can, okay. What I can tell you is use a little bit of the paper towel, okay? And then use the tip of the paper towel like this, and then draw the line like this. Like use the paper towel and then just squeeze into the gap and then draw it out and see if you can get the white area back. So press it down with the tip, make sure it's a tip, and then move it upwards like this.
Then I'll go get a paper towel.
Okay, take your time. You got your paper towel? There you go. Make sure you fold it like a little sharp corner like this. Yeah, I can see the white area already. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that works. And then get another clean corner and then do the same thing. Yep, that works. Yeah, I think if you keep adding water, they're gonna even merge from one end to another, so that won't work as well. Like here, I have it joined to over here, so I'm gonna go do the same thing like what you did. Just go down here and then clean it a little bit better. So it won't be too close to the bottom. So after I add the purple, okay, same thing. I'm gonna have a little bit darker orange on the top here. So I'm gonna fold it. Looks like orange here. Okay, I'm gonna have a darker part coming down. So my pumpkin has more dimension if I keep adding the layers of color. So keep that in mind. Watercolor is always layers of color, okay? It's not only one layer. I always add more color. See how I add the textures here? And then on the bottom part here, I wanted to blend it together with the purple with dabbing. Okay? Okay, this part here is one side is done. I'm gonna go back to my orange and then add a little bit thicker on this side. And then that. Same thing with this side.
Are you using red?
No, it's just the same, see, same orange. I just dig into it a little bit more. It's not red. It's the same orange.
Oh,
Why are you using red?
I only used red.
It's okay, you just add water. I mean, I think yours, the orange looks too peach. So I kind of like it red. What do you think? It add the different layers. I like it that way. Because if you keep adding the orange, it's gonna be the same. So I don't mind you add orange on yours. It's actually, I mean, the red. It actually looks good.
It does.
As long as it adds the difference. See, it makes the different color. Good job. I like the blending that you did so far. So on this side, I'm gonna turn my paper a little bit because I wanted to have a nice clean edge on the side here and try to cover the pencil line. Okay, and then same thing with the bottom part here. Try to cover the bottom. So remember we talked about the pumpkin? I look around, they don't have a lot of pumpkin. So I have to really think about where to get the small pumpkin to decorate or paint. So I'm still doing my research where to get those pumpkin. I wish I can just go to Michael's or Safeway to get one, you know. But it's not so convenient here to get a pumpkin. I'll try. I still wanted to craft a pumpkin if I have time. Okay, see how I add 1, 2, 3, 4 colors here. Even though the colors are the same color, but you can tell I have different layers of them and adding how much water that I use here. The different of water in different layers. Okay, so let it dry by itself now. And then I'm going to move on to my small pumpkin by adding the same red on the side so that I can cover the pencil line again. But I did rub it in a little bit so that the color looks a little different. Okay? And then I let the water come down again. How's your week so far?
I've had a lot of homework.
Oh yeah? Have you finished all your homework or are you still working on them?
I'm still working on them.
Which school did you go to?
I go to Thornton.
Oh, okay. How do you like that?
It's okay, but somebody had like a seizure today.
Oh my God, what happened?
So they were like eating an apple and somebody just passed them the basketball and they choked on the apple and then went into shock and got a seizure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Is
there was
how
like
was the kid?
the kid is fine now, but they had to call the fire department.
Oh my God. This must be scary for everyone.
It was scary for some kids, but there were some mean kids that were like making fun of him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like really mad, but there were some kids like making fun of him and making jokes.
Oh God. I know kids like at your age right now, they're pretty mean. Oh my God, this is sad. But when he ate the apple, I mean, he usually don't have any seizure, right? It's just because of the choke.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh wow. That's scary. So I guess no more basketball around when you guys are eating, or no food when you play basketball.
yeah, they're probably gonna make a new rule like that.
Yeah, that's scary. Oh, I'm glad that the boy is okay.
I think somebody was saying that he was breathing really like deep breaths after it. He was
Oh,
like taking deep breaths.
so did he go to the hospital or they just save him at the spot?
Yeah, they just like they did the Heimlich maneuver thing and
Mm.
he spit out the apple.
Oh my God. See, this is very important when you eat fruits. No fooling around or laughing or doing, sports or I mean it's not his fault, but just have to be very careful, when you're eating, especially grapes and small little fruits. Apple is quite big. Maybe he just happened to the basketball just hit him.
I think he was taking a bite when the ball just hit him in the chest and then he swallowed it and it went
Oh my
to the wrong.
God. Ouch. Okay. Wow. Glad that he's okay. That that'd be really scary for the teacher and everybody.
There was like a group of teachers surrounding him and like lifting him off the ground.
Oh my God. Try to get the apple out, huh?
Uh-huh.
Were they using the sucky tool to suck it out?
They wouldn't let the students see, but according to one kid that was like next to him, they
Uh-huh.
just like squeezed the apple out of him.
Yeah, they squeeze the apple out, yeah. That's a very important tool to have lying around at school or home. I saw that tool is for little kids that choke grapes all the time. Or, a lot of the kids when they're young, they like to put little small toys like Legos in their mouth and then they choke. And then that tool is supposed to help to easily suck everything out.
Does it just
Aside
like
from,
suck in the Lego out of their
yeah,
mouth?
and then it's like a little like a sucky tool that but they put the whole thing onto your mouth and then they suck the whole thing out. It's
Ooh.
like when baby coming out from the mom, sometimes they got stuck and then they suck their head. The same concept. Instead of sucking the whole head, they're sucking the mouth area, and then whatever is inside the mouth can all out. And I heard that tool is very very useful for that. All right, so after I add the different color, the thicker color, I'm going to leave it dry a little bit by itself, and then I'm going to move on to the stem. So the stem, I'm going to just pick a darker green on your palette, and then I'm going to just do one whole thing first, and I'm going to add the shadow or the darker color later. So just do one round with the light layer of the green. Okay, and then if you wanted to change your brush, you can find a smaller one, so that since we're doing detailed work here, so I'm gonna just use a smaller brush. because my brush earlier is a little bit too thick, especially this part here. I want it really sharp and clean. Okay. And then, my God, my brush is so hard. What happened? See, brushes like that been sitting there for a while and then it's become too hard. I'm gonna go back and change again to a softer one. That's why you need to clean your brush right away. Sometimes I did put it in the water to try to clean it, but sometimes the paint make it really dry. See, I'm gonna add a little bit of water and then make it lighter at this corner. And then the darker on the left side. See that? That's how you control light and dark version of the same paint.
That pumpkin kind of looks like a chili.
A chili? Because
Yeah.
it's the red?
Yeah, and the green stem.
Okay. Right now. Because when you look at the chilies coming down, right? So maybe I wanted to add a little bit of different green, even a lighter green here. Just drop a little bit of the lighter green. You see, I put some lighter green here, so that let it pop a little bit better. It does look like chili, a round one.
It's like one of those red ghost pepper chilies.
Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm gonna turn my paper over this side here so that I can do, oops, before you do that, make sure you don't press down on your painting when it's still wet. Okay, I'm gonna turn it a bit more now so that I won't touch that area. So I'm gonna flip it this way. So remember, you always can flip your paper, okay? Since I don't want it to, when you put down your hand, you don't want to touch that paper when it's still wet. So I'm gonna just paint over this side here. Remember to switch your brush if you need to. It's just a lot easier to control with smaller brush with detail work. Okay. So you say you found some good brushes?
Yeah.
That's good. Try to put all your tool in the same place. I always have like a container. Go to Daiso and find this kind of boxes. Some of them, like this box here that I have, that I got it from Daiso. I put all my Sharpie in here, or black Sharpie here at least, or black marker. Try to keep everything in the same place, and then every time you see this, that's why it's very easy for me to get to my tool, because I always had it in a same drawer.
I do keep all of my stuff in one box, but that's the problem. I can't find anything in the box because it's all mixed up.
Oh, see, I mean, even within the box, try to have some container. Like this container is for Sharpie. This container is for small brushes. And then I have bigger boxes for thicker brushes. So try to separate them. Then you won't have problem finding them. Just like if you have a big purse, right? If you put everything into the same big purse, you can never find your key, your wallet. But if you in the big purse, you have divider, right? That's what I meant by divider, is to put in everything in this different container. Because after a while, your art tool will have more and more stuff. I bet you're gonna have, like, for example, like watercolor set, I have more than one set. This is not my only set. I have a few more. Before, when Tristan's always joined me for art, I have one set for him and one set for myself so that we don't have to fight for the same color, right? So I always have double stuff. So then now I have to try to finish everything before I buy a new one. But if you have everything in the same box, you thought, oh, maybe I'm done with that, but actually you still have it at the bottom. So I'm trying not to buy more color as long as I finish them, then I can buy more. Especially acrylic, if you try not to finish them, they will get dry easily. You forgot to close the tube, the cap, or the lid of a big one. So after I do that, this part here, I'm gonna have a darker part because that's the stem top, right? This part here, I'm gonna have it a little bit darker. Even a small area, I have a different color. It make a huge difference by adding a little detail like that. And watercolor can actually do that. Okay, I'm gonna just have to turn my paper a little bit better over this side now. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry. How's the weather now in the bay?
It's really windy.
Really windy? Oh, I miss the weather. Is it cold yet? Not yet, right?
It is pretty cold.
Really? I'm jealous. It's so hot here still. It's still in the 90s something here. Everybody say, oh, it's a little cooler, but it's no, still hot during the daytime. A little bit windy at night, but still hot wind, not the cold wind. Yeah, you guys should be very lucky, should feel lucky to stay in California.
It's gonna be cold for the next like 5 months though, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, to me, I rather have cold weather than hot weather. Especially here, I heard even December is still hot. They say after Thanksgiving a little bit better, but you can still get 80 something in December. That's what they said. So I don't even know what to wear for Halloween because I don't want to wear too thick of a costume because I'm gonna die. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna add the leaf here. It's to use one of the color. The reason why I add different for my leaf here, I have purple leaf, I have all this fall leaf, okay? So I'm gonna have green this time. I'm gonna have one, just have it draw like the shape of the pumpkin, the bottom shape, and then let it be free like that. So it's, instead of adding leaf, I'm also adding pattern around it. Like that. Like same here for this side. So I'm going with the flow of the shape of the bottom and then add the shape of a leaf coming down like that. See that?
It looks like little snakes.
Yeah. Oh, I will call it a slimy snail out from the house.
Oh yeah, do you guys get a lot of snails there?
Oh, I don't know. I never really go to the garden or park yet here. It's so hot. That's a good question. I don't know. I never actually go to the garden yet here, so I haven't seen one or park here. You know what? A lot here, mosquito. And those mosquito here it's so tiny that you can't even see them coming. It just came from nowhere, and then you get bitten all of a sudden. Mosquito in back home is big and they're kind of dumb. You can actually see them and kill them, right? But here, they're very, yeah, they hunt for you. Like what Tristan say, they hunt for us. When they see us, especially me and Tristan, oh my God. You know, last time I went to his baseball practice, and I don't know, there's so much mosquito there. One night I got bitten about 10 or more than 10 actually. And then one of them are on my face. I don't know when they come, when they came in on my face. You can't really see it coming. So this one here, because of the small pumpkin, I don't want to do it too much, too big of the leaf. I'll have starting with the small one. Like that. I'm just adding some patterns here. And then one coming out this way. My leaf looks a lot better today, this morning. Because last night I did it really quick. It's just a little sketch for you guys to see what I had in mind. So that you guys can get all the tuya that you need. Did your moms always show you what I did the day before?
Yeah,
Okay,
she
good.
forwards it to me.
Okay, good. Oh, you have your own cell phone?
Yeah,
Should I just text you instead of her?
actually, I
Maybe.
think that's better. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should add into our group chat so that you can take a picture of your own um, artwork because I haven't seen your last week one too because your mom probably busy. Maybe you should just maybe your mom should add you in there, or ask your mom to if she cannot add you because I'm the admin, maybe just tell me your number and then I add you from the WhatsApp. But you have to have WhatsApp though. Do you
I
have
have WhatsApp.
you have WhatsApp? Okay, good. So
I actually didn't get to.
say that again.
I didn't get to finish the painting or the coloring that we did last time because
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should finish it on your own time this weekend if you have time, and then take your own picture and send it to me because I want to see your finished result. Okay? I mean, every time try to do your best to finish the work. Then you can put it on your wall if you want. You know what Vivian did? They actually have a wire line on the wall with clips. So every time you do something you want it to clip on the wall, it will be fine too. Like this piece, if you don't want it to send it to somebody. Do you have anybody in mind that you want to say thank you to? Or even your parents?
I don't know what people do with all of the cards I give them. I feel like they just trash them because I've never like seen it when I go to their house. I only know one person who keeps the cards I give them.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm very old school that way. I like receiving cards. I love receiving cards. It's very I don't know. I like the feel of the card, especially handmade, especially nice card, nice color.
Yeah, I always keep it when someone gives me a card, but like I feel like no one actually cares about the card. They just want whatever gift comes with it.
Oh, I think when you have, especially when for teacher and people like that, if they know it's hand painted by you, I'm sure they treasure it more. Okay, you should. I mean, you can tell and it's hand painted. Or you always, when you finish a hand painted piece, always have your signature at the bottom. And then they know this is not something that you can just throw into the trash. Let people know, you know, what you did, and then they come. That's my dog's coughing. Toby, are you okay? Every time he drink fast, she choke. I mean, he choke and then he cough. Toby, drink slowly. Okay, I'm gonna add an orange one here. And then I'm gonna have one more, maybe red. Because yesterday I did all my leaf with the big brush. I didn't even bother to go look for my small one. That's why they're a little bit thicker. Actually, I wanted to have pattern like that, smaller. And then
Still
I
came out good though.
say that again.
It still came out really good though. I like
Oh, really? Thank you. Are you a perfectionist?
like trying to make it perfect.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
am.
do
That's
that.
why. That's why when I do something fast, I prefer if I have time, I would do it nicely, better and perfect. But I mean, in deep inside, I wish I can do better because, yeah, it's just me. I'm a perfectionist. I try to do everything as perfect as I can. So I usually spend more time I mean, during the session because sometimes I have to wait for you guys and sometimes I wanted to show you detail works. So I usually, the first drawing that I did is usually quick and easy. Okay, and then after I do that, I'm gonna add the last color will be purple. Just add a little bit more color, make it a little bit colorful. And then this time I'm gonna have it on the top here. Okay, can you see it? Okay. This one here is purple. And then one small one here. So all this leaf here, you don't have to copy my exactly the same. You can add your own style. You can add a little bit on the top, you know, even on the tip of the stem. Later we can add a little bit more curly part. Like this one here, I can add more that's come down a little bit more, make it more dramatic. No. After we add Sharpie, the whole piece looks so much different. Okay, now is the drying part. Try to dry it. If you need to be really dry, if it's not dry enough, you put Sharpie on it, it's going to be bad. Okay, if I'm trying to dry it while I'm waiting for you. If it's not dry enough, I'm going to go into the bathroom and hair dry it with hair dryer. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for you while I'm doing the fan with my paper. Yeah, the bottom part is still very wet, especially the leaf area. But at least I put all the paint on, right? It doesn't matter, it's a little bit lighter because we're gonna do the detail with the line, the outline with the Sharpie. Okay, still not too dry. All right, I'm gonna move to the bathroom and dry it. Do you have a hair dryer handy? Go do the hand dry, yeah. Okay, I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. You know what I forgot to do is to do the splashing with the toothbrush. Where's my toothbrush? Okay, I'm gonna go get it. It's in the sink area. So this part here, I forgot to show you. This is my fun part, is to put some, first of all, you put some water into your, the color that you wanted to use. And then I'm gonna just cover a little bit. I don't want to do too much that my whole paper. So I'm gonna add a little bit here and there with the red, and then wash a little bit. And then I'm gonna have the yellow. Okay. Then here, the bottom part. I didn't recover my table today. I'm being lazy. If I do that, that means I need to clean up later, so I better clean up now. Okay, so I add a little bit of splashing part. You can do all the way up to the bottom, the bottom of this card here too. You can do a little bit splashing over here, so that it's like a whole piece. I'm gonna do that a little bit over here, so that it's not white. So I'm gonna do splashing over this side too. So it's like a continuation of the piece over the back, right? Don't you like to play with the toothbrush? I like it. Okay, so let me clean while I'm waiting for you. The more that I don't clean it, the harder I'm gonna get rid of. It's good that it's watercolor. Watercolor is so much easier to clean. If I make a mess. So clean. Put down my paper. Okay. And then you can move away. You can move the paint palette away. Okay, and then we're gonna use only Sharpie now. But make sure your whole painting is dry, okay? Well, after we do that. I think so. It's really subtle. My toothbrush technique is really subtle today compared to the one that I did yesterday. I think yesterday I have a little bit of splashing over here on the top. It's kind of like this corner here, and a little bit of here, a little bit of bottom. And I also extend it to the back a little bit. Very subtle, very subtle. I think I like the one that I did today. Subtle, but it's there, okay? So Sharpie time. I'll get my Sharpie box. The two that I wanted to use, oh wait, I actually took it out already. This one here. I'm gonna use the ultra fine point for the detail. And then maybe another thick one of the ultra. Wait, this is the fine point, and then this is the ultra fine point. If you have only one, it's fine. I like to have at least two versions, just in case I need it. Okay, and then I'm gonna have also a red one. If you have a red marker, you can find a red one for the heart. Okay, and then think about the greeting that you want to put on. Yesterday I have thankful, just a thought, I just write it all out. Thankful, grateful, and bless. Okay, the last one is bless here. So I have thankful on top, grateful, and bless. If you think it's too much to put it on a paper, it's really up to you. Or you could just say thank you. Or you can say all of them that I just had. I kind of like to say thankful, grateful, and blessed though. It's the time of the year to be grateful, thankful, and I'm blessed, all right, to have you, especially, you should be blessed with that California weather. Okay, so whatever writing that you wanted to put on, right? It can be cursive, it can be a little dramatic, like what I did yesterday, or you can copy what I have, or you use your own writing, okay? So I'm gonna have thankful. So before you write it down, you wanted to maybe try on the paper first. If you think that you're afraid that it's not gonna be perfect, I will do the same. I'm gonna pick a scrap paper. Okay, I'm gonna start with the thick one first and say, maybe I wanted to write thankful. I'm gonna do like cursive like that maybe, and then like that, thankful. Or you wanna do grateful with the G, right? Yesterday I was just doing different way, and this one I just wanna keep it simple, all cursive, and then bless. Right? Maybe practice a little bit before you actually write it down, right? So I'm gonna do freely for one of them first. So I'm gonna fill this way. The first word I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do thankful. So I'm gonna thankful, calm, thankful, grateful, and bless. Bless will be here. So kind of space it out a little bit so you know where I'm gonna say thankful, grateful, and blessed. So make sure that you know where your spot is, okay? So before you do that. So I'm gonna do it slowly. I'm gonna have T starting here, okay? I'm gonna do the thick one. I'm gonna add two thickness. I'm gonna have H like that, okay? And then I'm gonna have a little space, okay? And then I'm gonna have N like that. I'm gonna add the small ultra fine later. Now I'm using fine. I want to have a two different stroke so that I can see the different thickness. Okay, and then the F gonna be a little bit off here, and then I'm gonna have wait. So I'm gonna show you what I meant by this. I'm gonna add cursive here, right? And then I'm gonna add the little hook. You see that? I'm gonna have the connection of the A, and then the H will be doing that. So I wanted to have different thickness of the pen. So this one, that. So make it a little bit more interesting instead of just plain one. So I have two fine, and then two fine point using, and then I'm gonna have the like a little bit of like this, and then for the U, I'm gonna have the connection, right? And then over here, I'm gonna use my thicker one like that. You see how I switch from one pen to another? And then my thankful.
Oh, wait, I thought F comes after the K.
Yeah, I'm adding the F right now. Wait, hang on.
Oh, I thought you added like a U for.
No, I'm actually adding the F right now. Right? And then that. And then for the L, I'm gonna have a like that. But it will be too soft. I'm gonna add this to a little bit thickness here. Okay. And then for the F, because I don't want it to have a too thick of an F, that's why I use that. And then my F will be, see that? Thankful.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna add a little bit of a small heart here. Okay? And then for grateful, it will be here. I don't want to use any comma. So I'm just have thankful on top. And then the grateful will be a G. And then the thick one is here. And then the G, I wanted to kind of connect a little bit better by adding the cursive here, and then the R, the connection, and then the R will be coming this way. See, it's kind of tricky when I add two different thickness. And then try to use the A, similar A down the top, right? And then the T will be coming down this way. The T like this. And then I want to have the E connecting it. So, but it's not thick enough, so I'm going to add a little bit of thickness. Okay. I want to make sure it looks like an E, like an A. And then the F, same thing. See, the F, I always wanted to make it thinner. Okay. And then adding the thickness over here. A little bit curly over here. And then grateful. Okay. Same thing. After I write grateful, I'm going to add a little bit on the A, on top of the A, a small heart. And you say thank you. Good. I like this subtleness of the thank you card. And then I finish off with my A again. Wait, I'm so thick. I'm gonna have and bless. Right. And how I make it same thickness. Okay. And then also a little small heart over here. Last word. S. I'm gonna have B. Right, and then L. Oh, almost used red. That's not good. Okay, and then continue with the thickness. Also E. S. S. And then, is all your paint dry?
Yeah.
Good. Bless with the heart and the end. This part here, I'm gonna have a thicker to end it with heart onto the curve itself. And then I'm gonna have not thick enough. Okay, there you go. Then have another small one over here. Okay. Okay, after I do that, I'm gonna add now, it's all the outline. It's not done yet. Did you do the outline already?
Not yet.
Okay, so now I'm gonna use the ultra fine point, okay? And then do the outline. When you do the outline, try not to do the whole outline. See, when I do the line here, I only do one and then do one like that. See, I break it into two. It's not joining, right? Like that. Even coming down, okay, I only do like this. And then if you can rub it off the pencil line, if not cover the pencil line, try to cover it by rubbing it off. Because I really don't like pencil lines when you do color pencil. I mean, do pencil. So I'll try to do this. And then same here, the line coming down. Try to break it down like that, okay? If you need to turn the paper, feel free to do that. Sometimes it's just easier to turn the paper to do this side here. Same thing here, same thing here, okay? And then the bottom part, try to finish it with the thicker, or even you can switch to the fine point, not the ultra fine. Okay, I will switch it now so you can see. I'm gonna make the shadow a little bit dramatic on the bottom, right? So same thing here. Okay. And then the top part of the stem, okay. We're almost done. After we do this, we are done. Okay. So even the leaf area, try to do the same thing. Not doing the whole entire piece, just the bottom part. Okay. So I didn't actually outline the whole thing. Just a little bit here, and then at least the shape is there. And then for this part here, I'm gonna add a little bit of the curly line. What's the twine from the pumpkin, right? Sometimes they're longer. Like add a little bit of this curly, and then this part here can come down a little bit more, right? And then make some of those lines a little bit thicker than another, so that make the 3D effect even more. So this part here is a little bit thicker than the top. You see that? And then this part here too. Yeah. Okay, this pumpkin is done. I'm gonna move into the second one. My baby red chili, you call it. After we do the outline, it looks more like a pumpkin, I think. I hope. Okay. You see how Sharpie outlined the whole thing? The whole pumpkin will pop a little bit better. That's why I always teach you guys using black Sharpie or marker with watercolor always works really well together. See that? Same thing here. I think for the stem, we need to do every single outline because the stem, you wanted to show how it curves, how detailed it looks like, right? Then the little curly part, I'm gonna draw it better. See that? And then add a little. Same thing, some of them are thicker. This part here is thicker if you wanted to. Add a little bit of thickness of the outlined, okay? All right, so the last part is the leaf. or the pattern you call it. And then at the end, you probably want to sign this piece if you wanted to send it to somebody. You can sign it over here. I'm going to have my name on here, hiding right underneath the sleeve. I'm going to just put cat. Okay, you just put your name Ida somewhere hidden. So it's very small. See, I'm gonna, ta-da, and then there's a beautiful handmade card.
Ooh, I like the effect of yours, but mine doesn't have the effect because it's not good
It still
watercolor.
looks good. It still looks a good hand painted piece. So please get the watercolor set. I'm gonna remind your mom again. And then we go from there, okay?
Yeah.
So next week we're gonna be out. It's Tristan's school holiday. So we no class for 1 week, okay? So I will remind your mom again, no class 1 week next week, which is, let me see, what's the date? So next week will be 11, so we won't be here, okay? We won't be back until 12. And then take a picture of yours and then join our group chat so that you know exactly what we're doing. Got it? You have a good week. I will try my best to look for the pumpkin. Okay? So, are you done with that? Are you happy with yours? Or just maybe when you get the watercolor set, do another one. Okay? And you can tell the difference, I bet. It looks good. I actually like yours. It's very subtle. It's not the dynamic watercolor effect yet, but if you have that, but I can still see your curve, your gap, and the watercolor, in the color blending it with the two color together or 3 layers. I still can see it. It looks good. I like it. It's very, very subtle. It's different, but it's subtle, okay? I'll,
Mhm.
I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye
Have fun on
bye.
your vacation. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.